we were talking yesterday about the your the role you have in this production of it being a direct. We talked about directors and producers, and we started talking about theater and how this those same kinds of roles are part of producing a play.
Well, I decided I want something like
A raise.
yeah, raise. In your executive.
So you need to share your screen, Kathy.
Oh, I thought that's like
You did share it, but then you had to stop sharing it to be able to turn recording on.
you're so right. There.
Good, there we are. So I'm kind of embarrassed that I misspelled sorcerer when I wrote the title, but I was going to try to fix it, but there wasn't enough room between the final R and the apostrophe S to put another ER in. Do you see that?
That's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now your entire set is ruined.
I just figured it was the sorcerer that was getting in the way of it being right. It just proves I'm still an apprentice.
I don't think so.
So what do you see there? Or do you want me to tell you what I see?
Yeah, why don't you tell me what you see and I'll tell you what I see.
All right. Well, I saw the a figure over on the left as the sorcerer because he had she had one of those cone-shaped magician hats on,
Right.
and then the face, there's the mouth that's wide open and the two eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that figure last night when we talked a little bit about it. And so the sorcerer doesn't really have a wand or anything. Maybe that's the apprentice, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's the sorcerer's apprentice. And the sorcerer, I think, is up in the upper right. He's away, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but he's seeing what's going on. And so the apprentice down in the lower left, who's wearing the sorcerer's hat, is manipulating that figure, that dark blue figure just off from its right.
Mm-hmm.
It goes way up towards the top of the painting and almost looks like a horse or a unicorn.
Right. Yeah.
So I imagined that was being controlled by the apprentice.
Mm-hmm. And he's got his mouth wide open because he's surprised at what's happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I hadn't really looked at those figures on the right.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with that? But that's where I got that name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good name. And this is inspiring because it looks so much like a little person or whatever with a hat
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it does look young, doesn't it? Rather than a sorcerer.
Well, I think that picture is really kind of hazy because things are kind of blended in together. I love this one, the way it feathers out.
Yeah, I do too.
Looks like one of those fuzzy caterpillars.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it looks nice against the white background.
It does.
And I like the way he did the corners.
Uh-huh.
it looks like it was just a natural way to do it, but it, you know, I know you did it purposely, but it
Yeah.
looked real natural.
Mhm.
And I like this blue streak that goes all the way through here.
Uh-huh.
It even goes up here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's probably one of the things the Sorcerer's Apprentice it did by accident.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these figures, this figure in particular, he's a silhouette that is the light behind in front of him really shows off his silhouette, like a tree in sunset, a bare tree. I
Uh-huh.
see the silhouette so
Yeah.
brightly.
Yeah. So you're talking about the light coming from the back of that silhouette
Mhm.
that makes it darker on this side.
Yeah, and it really puts that background, pushes it back.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It makes it look a lot. The dark makes the light look a lot lighter.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
These two, I think they're watching. I
Uh-huh.
don't think they're involved in what the Sorcerer's Apprentice is doing. They're just watching all the things that are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing here is probably his wand that turned into a snake.
Yeah. That's why his mouth is open like
Yeah.
that. So those figures on the bottom right are like the audience.
Yeah. Mhm. This one here's leaning on a log,
Oh yeah, I was fine with that.
relaxing. This looks like a log to me.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I see that.
I think this thing here is really a big part of the surprise that's on his face. That's really, he's really doing something there.
Yeah, yeah, it's really getting away too from his control.
Maybe this is the sorcerer and he sees them and
Yeah, and then
he's
tries to
surprised.
restrain things.